What's up guys, Mike Reps here again with another video for you guys, and today we got the unboxing and review of the retail pair versus the KickWho or H12 factory of the Nigel Sylvester AJ4 brick by brick. For this video I will try to divide the review between three categories, one being the package, second being the materials, and third being the appearance or structure of the main pair, giving a final score of 1 to 10. So getting straight to the chase, what you can see here is that the dimensions of the main boxes are the same. In case you want to put it on yourself, I think with these ones you will be safe. You can see on the retail pair it has a tiny bit of yellowish tone on here. I don't know, to be honest, if this is because this has been on my shelf for the last month and a half. Let's say I was waiting for the KickWho pair to come, but I don't think that's a major difference. Now, if we go to the inside of the box, obviously we'll find the main sneaker itself. We have on retail and on the KickWho pair, we have this band right here to tie the pairs together. Obviously, both came with a one plastic bag for each individual sneaker. Okay, so two here as well, some wrapping paper, and of course some white laces. Other than that, we don't have anything else to talk about the package. But before we jump straight to the materials, just wanted to remind you, if you want to go for one of these pairs of KickWho, Godkiller or H12 Godkiller, just remember you got my code Mike in case you want a tiny bit of money off your order. But first of all, speaking about the materials, I have to say this is the closest I've ever seen. On my previous video with the SBs, they were really close, but I have to say, for example, on the retail of the SBs, it was a bit thinner. Comparing with the Godkiller version, it was a bit thicker on the leather of the toe box. But I have to say, for this one, for the brick by brick Air Jordan 4s, it's a 10 out of 10, no differentiation. But, and now is where we see some tiny differences. The first difference will be really difficult for you to see on the pictures or on the video, but just trust my word on it. The plastics of the main sneaker, I have to say, especially on the front and on the heel, on the retail pair is a tiny bit brighter. Have in mind also that you have the main light coming from my left, but just so you can see, this, the retail is brighter. Okay, so this is more vivid and this is more darker. The second difference I catch between these pairs is that if we go to the patch on the tongue, you can see on the belly of the Jumpman, on the retail pair is, and this is funny to me, on the retail is a tiny bit less defined. What I mean by that is that you can see more clearly the line between the belly of the Jumpman and the main background of the patch. And on this one, if the light doesn't hit it directly, you will see less differentiation between the belly of the Jumpman and the main patch. And now jumping to the last difference that I found, this is the biggest, let's say, or the most obvious difference of them all, is this right here on the tiny swoosh. On the retail pair, you can see the extremes or the ends of the swoosh. They are a tiny bit more pointier, but on this is a bit more rounded. Doesn't mean it will be an obvious call out. No, nothing further from the truth. You have to really be on point. I spent like 15-20 minutes looking side by side to find the difference, and those are the only ones I could find. The definition, the color of the main sole, and the biggest flaw is the pointiness, if you want to call it like that, on the mini swoosh. But to be honest, the overall score I will give it is that this is, I don't want to say 10 out of 10 or 9.5 out of 10. I would give it a 9 because yes, they could improve the mini swoosh. To be honest, the main difference on the color of the sole, I don't really care about that because 2 days wearing this, they will look the same. They will oxidize and they will look the same. The structure, the thickness, the details, the measurements of the wings, of the rear pads, on the crowns, everything is the same. so you don't have to run. You'll be safe wearing this on the streets. So in case again you want to go for one of those for the Godkiller H12 version, just remember you have my code Mike in case you want a tiny bit of discount. And obviously, as you've seen throughout the whole video, we also have a Godkiller version of Air Jordan 1 with Union LA versus the retail. If you want to miss it, subscribe, click the bell's notification, put it on so you don't miss anything at all. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.